And we should be live, so that means I can say welcome to everybody watching here at Category 6 at the Racing League Hub. Today we have Sazuka Japan on the calendar. I'm welcomed today by Multi again. So welcome Multi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and it's great to be back here for some C6 action. This week has had some absolutely tremendous races, so hopefully C6 can throw up the same type of races, exciting races with close battling and good overtaking.
Yeah, indeed, and we see a lot of cars coming out of the pit at the moment as I'm setting up the spectators menu for you guys. And then we're gonna follow the first car out, and that's Rosebeach. So quite a spectacular.
Alright.
Oh, and he spun already?
Yeah, it said. Luckily, he doesn't get damaged, so he can just calm himself down and keep going.
So that's on the exit of the S's, I believe, where he took.
Yeah, he just ran wide, and that's on his outlap. So pushing already too hard.
Yeah, as he's now following up to the hairpin, so the tires should be warm enough for him.
Yeah. But that one spot will be good.
Yeah, exactly. No, but a great lap, great track here today. With Category 6, we have indeed seen some lovely fights.
And this time he's not avoiding the wall.
That's really unlucky. Yes, also Jones goes wide there.
Yeah, he's on mediums too.
Oh,
and it's a disqualification.
That's really unlucky for him.
Yeah.
So all the cars are out, and only one car on the mediums.
Yep. So, and he's just started the lap, and Daddy Spirit's behind as well. So we'll see how these guys go in their first flying laps.
And that's 3 cars on flying, 4 cars actually. Both Alfa Romeos on the flying lap.
Yes, both of them. Making sure. Here we go. Yeah, both of them starting their fast laps very close together. Let's just have a look. We don't really have anything to base times off.
Oh, Jones going a bit wide in the hairpin, but managed to keep it out of the grass.
Daddy Spirit's actually catching the Renault, so clearly he is running quicker. He's on the quicker tyre, of course, as well, so you could expect that. I think Johnson might be struggling a bit.
As he now goes to the chicane here and sets his first time, and Daddy Spirit follows him exactly right after. And it's 29.6 and then 28.3 for Daddy Spirit, and Cosmo takes it.
Cosmo, that's a really good lap actually.
It's a good fast lap.
Yeah, and Eddie, again, quite new to Formula 1, I believe, so doing a decent job there. Shaq and the Mercedes, couldn't quite read that time there, but it's just behind Cosmo. So there we go. Shaq and Cosmo out there, and now Evil Master as well. Evil Master actually taking pole.
Quite some laps from them guys. Only a few tenths behind each other. And directly setting a pace here as now Matt Johnston comes to start finish.
And one of the drivers who is unfortunately disqualified from the session in the chat saying very very true here, but it's very fast that the game disqualifies you. And that is true. He was just trying to get back
Oh, and we have
onto the
Altea
track.
hit the wall somewhere.
No?
How?
Is that a
Right in the
spin there?
S's. So I do think he went wide or catch the cup and lost the entire front wing almost.
That's a bad
Luckily
run.
for him,
Octavio.
he did set a
Final.
lap.
Yeah, Octavio's final driver to set a lap for this first run. And it's a
Oh,
20
and he's out!
lap.
Oh, and that's a really big crash. Car
Oh,
upside down from Goo.
oh, that is a horrible crash.
That's a big one.
Oh, oh gosh. And Matt Johnson trying to join him, but it's a slow speed corner.
Yeah, he's cutting the grass at the
Um,
moment, but he didn't get any damage. But
Yep.
Goo hit the wall very, very hard. He did set a time though, but yeah, that's not how you want to start a quali.
No red flags in this game, but gosh, that's absolutely horrific crash.
There was a
And
big
just
one.
to say this,
And both
goodness, that
AlphaTauris
is just a
behind
game.
each other. But Octavio on the fuel lean mix.
Yep. So the CDR
Also Bruno.
guys, alright. I think they've both set laps, so I do wonder if they're both on in laps though. It looks like they are. So thankfully for them, they aren't actually affecting each other's strategies.
No, that's
It looks like Trevor.
he's setting a second lap.
Yes, or he's done 2 laps, one or the other. Daddy Spirits is out on an out lap, but you know, that's quite a quick. It's only 2.7 seconds off his actual fastest lap, so it's quite a quick in lap. So I don't think. Oh no, it's not an in lap. He's going again, but he's 3.5 seconds down on his time.
But he does seem to be out of fuel almost, so.
He
ERS
just
is
forgot to.
out.
Hit?
Steady Spritz is going for a second lap here.
Well, he's not going to get in anyone's way, thankfully, because I think they're all on out laps.
There's quite some space between the most of the cars, so.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also Shack Attack and Jones are. Oh, both the Renaults actually. Oh, and it's a yellow flag.
Oh, where's that? Seems to have gone
I
very
believe
quickly.
it was for Trevor driving slow, as he's
Okay.
completely out of fuel.
He seems to have picked up the pace again. Maybe he was letting people by. I'm not sure.
I do think he
but
was.
Daddy Spirit's starting a lap. He says he hasn't actually had much time for practice this week, so so let's hope he can still put in a good championship battle performance.
Yeah, of
as
course.
we basically got a 3-way fight.
Yeah, Category 6 has quite a nice championship battle going on with Daddy Spritz on the 3rd place. And I believe only 20 points behind. 21 points behind Evil Master. And only 8 points behind Shack Attack.
Yeah, it's going to be in.
And
he spun it. Yeah.
At the
What's happened
exit.
there? It's on the exit of the hairpin, and he's just completely lost the back end on the exit under traction. So that's the end of that lap. Luckily, it didn't affect Joseph.
You're probably gonna see that a lot with a lot of cars, as the grip level on the exit of the hairpin is quite low. Instead of if you're later in the race, it will improve, of course, but in the beginning, it's really tricky corner.
You definitely have to be careful in that corner, probably throughout the race, but in particular, as you're saying, the beginning before the rubber's really been laid down. The lap being laid down by the the Renault. Still leaves him behind his teammate from there.
As he was on a faster lap, but he invalidated. That would have taken P2.
That's unlucky from him, but he'll get another chance. We've got Infamous. He's looking to be improving his time up to 7th place. That's a good lap from Infamous.
And then
he finds himself just behind Daddy Spirit. Shack attacks invalidated, so that's an early mistake there.
Yeah, just got the chicane a bit early. As Evil Master now sets a faster lap than he already did, and it's a 27.2.
Yep, 127.2. Not a bad lap at all. As the Alfa Romeo or Cosmo is about to start his fast lap. Trying to just flick through and see what drivers are doing.
Someone was in the grass.
I think he was diving out the way of Bruno, who's on a fast lap. Yeah, I think Eddie was getting out the way of Bruno. Doesn't seem to have
and he hits the Mercedes?
Oh, wait, what?
I don't know which one it was, but it was Evil Master. So he hit the back of Evil Master in beginning sector 2.
Oh, I definitely missed that. And yeah, Evil Master's extremely slow. Maybe just trying to keep his tires in to have another go. Actually, I think Evil Master was on an in-lap maybe as well, because he had just done that pole lap.
Oh, and it's Bruno.
Bruno.
So he missed the pit lane slightly and just hit the wall.
I don't...
that was quite
Why would he have been pitting? Because he was on a fast lap.
Maybe he made a mistake somewhere. He doesn't have a red map, so I don't even think he validated, but maybe making a mistake.
But that's a big mistake to make, hitting the pit wall. Whether coming into the pits or just trying to take too tight a line for the final corner for the fastest run. That's a big mistake to make as other drivers.
It cost them the qualifying.
Yeah.
As long as it still takes, of course. But now Daddy Spritz on a new lap.
Yes, he is.
Definitely could have improved that time. Hitting at least top 5, I guess.
That's a cracking lap by Trevor, just off of the pole position.
Oh, and it is.
At the moment by Evil Master. So 127.3, he improved by just over a second, which is a big improvement after just one lap. Must have been a banker lap or a big mistake within his first lap, because that is a massive improvement.
It is. As Matt Johnson still is looking for a big improvement as well.
Well, his teammate did it, so he's going to need more than just a second, though. He's going to need around 3 seconds. Let's see if he can do that, because that one, that 90-second lap is quite a slow one. Daddy Spirits makes a mistake in the exit spoon.
Almost invalidating. But it did cost him a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that it didn't invalidate, to be honest.
Yeah.
But maybe it just cost him so much time. The game just thought, will be nice.
Yeah, maybe.
He's just pitting.
Yeah, and he is.
He's got time to have one more full goal, so he may as well pit. He's still sick.
Matt Johnston. Now hitting the chicane, looking for a big improvement. Oh, he's on the outlap.
On a fast lap right now is actually Otea. And the Haas going through the S's on the exit and doesn't run wide, which we're seeing a few drivers doing. Coming to Degna 1. It's actually slightly down through Degna 2. He misses the apex and runs wide. And it's not the cleanest of laps so far.
Running wide here as well. Slow on the acceleration.
You will make time back. I think he's slowing now.
Yeah, he's slowing down.
Actually, no. He's
He's
2 tenths behind his time. Too much carbon. Usually I'm saying you want to take a lot of carbon spoon, but I think Ortega's took that to the extreme limits there.
Yeah.
It's probably cost some time. Yeah,
There are two in validation at the moment with Eddie and Jones.
Ooh, Matt Johnson is improving his time. He's up by 8.5 tenths. So that'll get him. I'll get him into the top 10. He's now up by a second. So yeah, big improvements here from McLaren driver coming through the final chicane onto the line and takes himself up to 8. Nice,
this is a good
nice
improvement.
lap. Big shame for some of the other drivers that haven't. For Gui and was that lag from me that I seen there, or did Otia actually hit the wall before Degna won?
Who was?
Yeah, I think possibly a bit of lag from my side, but it looked like Otia hit the wall from my point of view before Degna won, but he's not got damage and he's continued, so I imagine just a bit of a weird thing from the game, and it didn't actually happen, so that's good for him.
Is Evil Master actually on his third set of softs? He is going for another lap, but and Shack Attack improving to P3.
P3 for Shaq, yeah.
Not enough time for Cosmo to set another lap. Oh, it's yellow, by the way. And that's for Infamous? Yeah.
Yeah, he's...
slowing down, slowing down.
Yeah, he's slowing down, letting go.
Oh, he has wing damage as well.
Oh, right, so he's had an incident. Daddy Spirits is half a second up in the first sector. Now that's someone we have to keep an eye on.
Definitely. Definitely a championship contender. Both, and of course Alfa Romeo still can take the constructors if both cars take a lot of points.
Absolutely, they outscore Mercedes.
Yeah, therefore Mercedes does need to slow down in points, but
I think they were saying that before the race, not sure if it's completely accurate, probably is, but that if Mercedes outscore Alfa Romeo by 4 points, I think they said, that they would win the constructors. So if that's accurate, then it's not a big chunk that them actually to win by, and Daddy Spirits in the end only improves by 2 tenths.
Not enough for him, and gotta need to set up a fight in the race.
Evil Master on pole, but Trevor's still coming round. Can Trevor pip it? His teammate can't. He went slower.
And he validates.
Johnstrom, I think he's on a slow. He's Matt Johnston. He's invalidated. So I think that's the end of qualifying. And it's another really good qualifying, really good showing from the Mercedes drivers. And Bruno, with his mistake, his DNF from qualifying, still manages to qualify in 6th. So I guess it's not all too bad for him.
No, it's not in a bad position, but definitely think he could do better.
Yeah,
but still quite
definitely
close behind Jones. Actually, everyone from P5 to P9 is quite close behind each other.
Yep, it's just really that top 3 that are kind of out in their own, and Cosmo's not too far behind either. But it's the 2 Mercedes, 1 and 3, with Trevor in the middle of them.
Yeah, so that's looking good for them.
Backing. Yeah, like I said, very similar to Baku, minus the fact that Trevor was the one that was on pole.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's hope better finish than Baku, but so far good
let's.
qualifying. So the standings here for the grid today is Evil Master on pole position, then Trevor behind him at P2, Shack Attack P3, Cosmo taking P4, then quite some gaps between the cars after that, with Jones at P5, Bruno P6, Daddy Spritz at P7, Octavio P9, P8, excuse me, Eddie P9, Infamous at P10, and then Matt Johnston, Altea, who did set a time as well at 11 and 12, and Goo at the back, I believe. No, it's Rosebridge at the back.
Yeah, because of his
For the guys wondering why
disqualification.
Barker is in this in a car as well, he's hosting the race here today. He's actually in C6, C4, excuse me.
Before,
But
yeah.
yeah, he's hosting, but it couldn't get spectators mode on, so he won't
Yeah, just
be
gonna. So you can
participating in the
probably
race.
hear me sniggering just a little bit
Yeah,
because I've just looked a little bit at the Discord in C6, and Backer quite clearly said, "Don't get disqualified,"
yeah, he did.
because you'll be starting behind him. Oh no! And of course, he jinxed at least one of the drivers who got disqualified. So, oh, that's some. I think I'll wind him up about that one later on.
Yeah, definitely. I had it a few times as well, by the way, with disqualification. The games doesn't give you a lot of time when you're backwards on track.
And sometimes it's the only way to get back on track safely
Exactly,
is by
but then
doing
the game just says
three-point
no,
run.
no fucking way. You just start at the back.
Oh, and
Um,
Bart also got in, so we do have Bart as well. So Backer will start 14th before he puts it
oh
in the
yeah, I
pits at the
see.
end of lap one. He should put it in the pits at the end of lap one.
Yeah, just letting the cars through.
Yeah.
So
So,
Barchamick didn't set a lap as he crashed out, but can race in the Red Bull. I don't see a name at the moment, but that we know the Red Bull. So
he actually almost lost it in the formation lap there, so let's hope that won't be a factor. Also, we haven't been told anything about the weather, so we can just sit here and hope we'll get a bit of rain later on.
that will
Um,
definitely make it a lot more interesting. But so far, it looks quite clear.
it looked like this at the start of C3.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
and what I would also add is it kind of takes me away from thinking it's going to rain, which is a shame, is the fact that most of the drivers, including those outside the top 10, are starting on the softs, except from the Racing Point, who's
Yeah.
on mediums.
So
There
oh,
we
and
go.
Altea and Goo both disqualified.
Teammates never hit each other, even if it's the
No,
formation lap.
so
that's,
that's pretty
that's
unfortunate.
So it looks like it's a soft hard strategy when we're looking through the
Uh,
protected
I do
pit
think for the
stops.
most of them it will. But in your opinion, what will work better? I know that two-stop can work as well, but
Soft hard. It's soft hard. The two stop works obviously, but the issue you've got there is you just lose far too much time that you'll struggle to make up.
yeah.
Because the hard, surprisingly, are a decent race tyre.
I don't
Um,
think the hard and the mediums are quite far apart actually on this track.
No, they are not. Mediums can also, if you drag your softs out long enough, it'll be really difficult, but you could try and pull off a soft medium. I wouldn't bother, it's not really worth it. So I think soft hard is the strategy to go. If you're starting on the medium, then I would suggest you just drag those mediums long enough to then go onto the softs. Medium soft is a lot easier to pull off than soft medium.
Yeah.
especially from the top 10. Anyway.
And the grid is ready. And now the lights are on. It's 3, 4, and 5. And then we're off in
Another
Japan.
couple of jump starts.
Jump start from 2 cars. Both the Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauris, by the way.
Yeah, they just timed it badly. Oh,
and it's a yellow already.
Oh yeah, there's been someone's off. Yeah, it was Cosmo that was off. He also disconnected, I think, as well. Oh, big crash in the S's at the back.
Oh, and it's Rosebridge.
Yeah, he's round. He also had a connection with, I think, the Red Bull.
Yeah, it's the Red Bull.
Yeah, there was quite a few involved, I think, in that. But somehow, and Infamous, there we go, that was the other car. He's
it doesn't seem to be damaged, but he was involved.
So Bruno took advantage of his jump start.
Yeah, he took P1, but unfortunately for him, he has a drive-through, so he won't be keeping it long, as both the Mercedes are attacking each other.
Now, both races that I've commentated on this have 2 jump starts this week. But like you said, the Mercedes, it's out the window in terms of the team play for these two.
It's yellow again?
It's Bakker.
It's Bakker. Okay, so that's no... he can crash, that's no...
Bruno's serving his drive-through, and Octavio. I don't know how they done... Both of them just misjudged their starts, and they'll probably be in a party together as friends and teammates.
Oh, and it's Haas who spun.
Oh.
Or is it Eddie? No, it's one of the Haas.
Somehow, oh, maybe there was a collision because Goies went back ahead of Eddie through the S's somehow.
Yeah, my tables are screwing up.
Yep, apparently we're on lap 3 and Goies leading. And now Bart. Right, okay, let's be serious and find
that's just...
So leaders. And here we are, it's Shaq and Evil Master Mercedes 1-2. So it's too realistic for my taste.
It's yellow again.
I can't tell if it's a real yellow flag though.
No, it's incredible. Oh, it can be for Bakker as well.
Yeah, for some reason. Alright, it's fine. It's good it didn't affect the race. So yeah, the Mercs.
That is Fritz.
Yeah,
Johnson
that's first on the right thing.
Yeah, don't keep it in the...
Cosmo was rejoined. Of course, Cosmo started right up at near the beginning. I think he was in top 4 or 5, somewhere around there. So he had an issue himself as well as a disconnect.
I see Bajamik lost a lot of positions. Oh, he now pitted. Last lap he didn't pit with a missing end plate, and I do think that's definitely gonna affect your driving at this track.
Yeah, well, the S's, you have any missing front wing, good luck getting through there.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
As Teddy Spritz tries to keep up with Matt Johnston and taking his position back. But Matt actually taking quite some pace.
Again. And it's Octavio. Octavio was off in the S's, so...
No damage though, so...
Got away with that, but yeah, Matt Johnson, I've now not got the... Oh, it's
yellow
someone
again?
else off there?
No, it's Octavio again. So this tire is heated up way much.
Well, those softs, you have any spin, then you're good luck. Oh, did Bart lose it too? Bart lost it as well. After passing Octavio.
Yeah, so he went for the hard tires. Of course, they're not warm enough yet.
So the hards can do the entire race, pretty much.
They can.
So, they'll be slow towards the end, but he doesn't have to pit again if he doesn't need to, which is good for him, as the two Mercs just keep within each other. They've still got the at the moment in the game,
and
Renault
Trevor
power.
really close.
Trevor. Yeah. And then there's the gap that we were expecting to form behind these three.
Yeah, definitely.
These three seem to have the advantage in qualifying, and that seems to be the same in the race.
I hope my times are back in order.
Yeah, mines weren't showing up either. Oh,
It's
is
yellow
that a
again.
yellow?
And it's Eddie.
Yeah, him and Infamous were close on track, so I don't know, of course, if they've had a coming together, but that could be possible.
So he's missing an end plate.
I'll
Definitely
check
gonna need a
Infamous.
bit. Bart
Infamous
and Octavio still need to catch up quite a lot.
They'll be looking for a safety car. Those the bottom four actually will be looking for a safety car. Really, they're off the back by quite some margin.
Yeah.
And
it's a touch from Daddy Spritz. I don't know if damaged though, but he had a little touch on Matt Johnston. Now having DRS.
DRS, will he get past by turn one? Yep.
And he does.
And Matt Johnson thinks wisely about it.
And so it's definitely possible to fight your position in turn one, but it's not wise.
You need to be closer than what Matt Johnson was at the end, and Matt Johnson realised that the game was up, and now he just needs to try and stay close enough to have that same opportunity somewhere else, maybe into the hairpin, but he's actually losing ground, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Losing a tenth every corner, so at least.
Every corner, so he's now already outside DRS. Cosmo is having connection issues, which is a big shame for him after a decent qualifying.
Yeah, they really good qualifying. Also a good position in the championship standings.
Yeah, that's a shame as well.
As he's 7, I believe. And only 5 points behind B6. So.
We've got in C6. We've got a lot of close battles within the championship order, which includes the top three, of course, with Evil Master, Shack Attack, and Daddy Spirits. But unfortunately for Daddy Spirits, it looks like he's going to be losing a little bit more ground to Mercedes.
Well, he is catching up to Jones a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can take his strategy up to
McLaren, though, is right on the back of Shaq now. Like, literally 2 tenths behind, which the miracle he didn't lose it in the dirty air, to be quite honest, through the S's being that close.
Oh, and Jones takes a penalty.
Yep, and Spirits gets through, looks quite easily, actually.
Well, I missed that one.
Yeah. It was on the Dunlop curve before you got to Degna 1. If I've got their corner right there, I'll just use that there.
So the question is now, would both Mercedes help each other out? Trying to back off Trevor, or would they just go for themselves?
Well,
both championship contenders, of course.
That is true, but at this point, that's me speaking personally. The championship in terms of the constructors is pretty much over with the way it sits right now.
Yeah.
And still with a few races to go, it's pretty much over anyway. So yeah, I think these two might be out for themselves today. I really do. But Trevor is out for himself as well, and he's coming for Shaq.
He's fighting it off.
Nice defensive one move to the left, forcing. One move to the right, forcing Trevor to go to the left, and yeah, that kind of stopped him from being able to get the overtake, but definitely has more speed than
Yes.
at the moment. I think both of the Mercs.
I believe he has more grip, as Trevor did seem to take the exit on the S's flat out, and Check Attack lifted it a bit.
And he could, yeah, and he definitely could break much later into Tekna 2 and the hairpin. So yeah. Oh, and Evil Master goes really wide. Wonder if that'll give Shaq a nice run on him. Of course, it's Spoon, not a very good place for overtaking, but still a wonderful corner. These cars take. Oh,
and it's yellow again.
Osmo at the hairpin. You better watch out. He's got Racing Point coming up behind, but I think he's already got going.
Yeah, and as we said in the qualifying, a lot of cars will struggle with grip in the hairpin until later in the race. And Cosmo was the first victim of this grip.
You know what's not helping? Few of these, the three drivers at the front really want to get away or get overtaking done. Their biggest issue that they've got is they've used far too much of their ERS to be able to make, especially for Trevor and Shaq. They've just not got enough overtake left to get that move done when the guy in front still has DRS, or when it comes to Evil Master, who's just playing quick.
Yeah. He is saving some DRS now, but...
Oh, a William... Oh, he's went for
inside.
it!
Side by side?
That was...
and he backed out.
I think he almost spun, that's why he backed out. I think he was just on the brakes too late and then thought, well, instead of crashing, let's see if I can get an overtake done.
Just try it. I had the same thing as well yesterday, and I accomplished the overtake, but with a lot of risk as well.
There was a lot of risk in that one. Both could have been gone with that. But yeah, this is the thing. The McLaren driver can definitely, and that'll be a warning for definite. Oh,
and this is definitely
going for an undercut is Evil Master.
Oh, but Check Attack still got DRS, and now side by side.
Side by side into
and one. Trevor is through.
Trevor does get through. Shaq thinking about the championship, I think. There, Evil Master onto the hards. Ooh, that was very...
That was quiet, Tom.
They were really pushing the limits there, but Shaq, I think he was... Well, I say pushing the limits. I don't mean pushing the limits on fair. I mean just pushing the limits on trusting each other, and they trusted each other enough to do that, which was fantastic.
Yeah, that's always nice to see. Of course, a good job from Check Attack, keeping it within a second and getting DRS from his teammates.
Yeah, it's
put up a fight.
Really good job. And Trevor getting through. I was saying earlier, Trevor.
Bachemik is out. Oh, it's a hard one. I was just switching to him as he was closing in on Eddie, and
in 130R. Oh, that's a big crash, and it's a safety car. Oh, that could be really good for Shaq and Trevor.
That it can be. They're definitely gonna be pitting now. Yeah, definitely. Lap 9 on the soft. I will definitely pit now.
Oh, here we go. This could be very bad news for Evil Master. And Shaq will be... Oh no, that's a mistake. That's a big mistake from the McLaren. He's went too quick into the pits. He's got a penalty. 5 seconds.
Oh, that's a shame. His teammate pitted as well.
Infamous. Yeah. Ooh, who's going to come out? It's Trevor. It is Shaq.
Oh, and Evil Master is now coming up.
But he drops to the back of this. Yeah, he drops to the back of this. But it's now Shaq essentially first and Evil Master second because of was a little bit of a clumsy mistake with the
Yeah.
pit lane entry.
I kind of understand the mistake. I believe the pit limiter is quite early on Sazuka here.
Oh yeah, it happens to the best of us. Just ask well, actually,
And of course it
well,
only
just
has to
ask
be 1
anyone really.
kilometer.
The 5 second sorry, 5 second penalties. Quite often do we quite often see them. But yeah, that was a big off for Bart in 130R.
It was
Which
a really hard one.
quite rightly has given us a safety car. Eddie making it to the pits. Is he
So
changing
if
his way?
Infamous took the mediums,
At meetings. That could be
there's
interesting.
17 laps to go, so of course
Well,
they
it's some
don't.
of those behind the safety car, but
Yeah, they don't wear off a lot behind the safety car, and based on yeah, it's an interesting choice actually.
yeah. I will agree with the majority of the grid who have went to the hard compound,
Yeah, same.
including including the Racing Point who actually started on mediums. You just got to take that chance. It's a one-stop race anyway, which was made clear at the beginning when most of the drivers outside the top 10 started on softs anyway.
So it's gonna be a good one for Cosmo as well.
Well, yeah, I was saying earlier, they guys needed a safety car, and they've got one. They're right back into the race.
And of course, based on tires, it's all equal now.
All equal, except from Infamous. Of course, on the medium. So, he'll be quicker at the beginning, but as you said yourself, the difference between the speed of the hard and the mediums aren't really that big.
No,
But
they are.
see if he can take advantage of what little.
Well, at least in
advantage he will
qualifying
have.
they are. There's a big difference in qualifying, but based on the race, there's not a lot of difference between the two tires.
Yeah, you can look at the races all this week, and it says that I'd say C3 is a good example where a lot of drivers went mediums, thinking they could get them to the rain period from outside the top 10. They could, but the best option was actually what Phil did, which was starting on the hards. Got him to the front of the grid, got him into the pits as soon as he needed to, and just cruised to the victory. I say cruised, it was pelting it down with rain and was very difficult for everyone. But yeah, that was the best strategy in the end.
Yeah.
Of course, if you qualified in the top 10, you didn't have that option. Personally, of course this won't come into play, but the point that I'm making here is really that the mediums are not, weirdly enough, not as good a race tire as the hards.
I think the grip level on the tires is way off. The mediums have less grip as the older they get.
Yeah.
The hards, actually, if they are in good temperature, they take grip continuously.
And it's continuous grip as well, because they just don't wear out very quickly. Like I said, you can do the whole 27 laps on the hards, but the mediums could never do that. They'd be nowhere near doing that. But the speed is not too big at the beginning as a difference, and probably after about 7 or 8 laps, the hard will actually be the quicker tyre.
Yeah, they will. And now after the behind the safety car, keeping them on the good temperature is gonna be difficult.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
It's crucial to keep them within, especially with the traction off of the final corner, depending, of course, when Trevor decides to bolt. That traction off that final corner, if you've got really cold tyres, we could see unfortunate accidents with that. And turn 1 for
Definitely.
that matter, so they've got to be very, very careful. Because because they've got to either make sure the tyres are up to temperature, and if they aren't, then they've got to be really careful.
Yeah, definitely. And of course the exit on the S's as well.
Just the S's in general, every single lap, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But yeah, based on grip level, it kind of depends of if you can take the exit on flat out or need to lift it.
Yeah, if you can take it flat out, then that's great. But of course, if you need to lift, it's better to survive.
Better survive than take the risk, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels great when you get that exit spot on and you're able to just carry the speed all the way to Degna 1.
Yeah, it saves us so much time.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in qualifying, but it also helps in the race as well, just to get that advantage over your opponent, keep them further away from you later on, so you don't get caught with them on the straights or with the DRS. Well, I must admit, I've really enjoyed having this strategy discussion, but I really want the safety car to be in this lap.
And it
so
is
here
ending.
We go.
Yeah, finally it's ending. And now we're gonna see what works.
Okay, right, Trevor, just taking it slowly, letting the safety car get into the pit lane. When's he gonna go? Oh, he's still backing him up. He's still not wet. Oh, Shaq.
He needs to give the position back.
Yeah, Shaq's decided to go for it before Trevor, which obviously
and now
not
loses his position again.
Yeah, and that loses the position to Evil Master. Trevor has the right away. He's allowed to drag it. Oh,
it's a big one.
Big incident.
So
it's
Bruno out, Cosmo damaged, infamous damaged.
Is Eddie involved? I'm not sure. He's not got damage if he was. Otea is slow.
Eddie didn't damage, but...
Oh, no, Otea's got damage, so he might have been involved as well. Oh my god, that was massive. Again.
Just gave the position. Yeah, he did. Nice.
I was too busy watching the front.
I just saw it in the back. Switched it right away, and it was a big one. Almost taking out 3 cars.
Yeah, I think about 3 or 4 cars have got damage from that. It's exactly what we were saying. Cold tyres, got to be careful into turn 1. And, some people
this is the proof.
Too many risks.
As Dennis Brits is now really closing in on Matt Johnston.
Yeah. And the tyres should be up to temperature by now. It's especially with them being on hards. Is that they were going to be much harder to warm up. I think Scott's going to wait until he has DRS, which I think is a smart thing to do.
Next, and he takes it. So that's the overtake on Rose Beertje, taking P8 now. And
so, yeah, it's...
Some cars... 3 cars, I believe.
Cosmo, Otea, Infamous,
taking a penalty?
In the pit.
Oh, and Otea retired.
Yeah, there was... You don't need to do that. Come on!
There was still time to get back.
Yeah. He must be thinking there should have been a safety car there again, which should be right.
Well, yeah,
yes.
Mostly it is, but...
So there was 4 cars involved in that incident then.
So do these guys all have 5 seconds?
A few of them did. A few of them absolutely
Yeah, so
did.
I saw 3 cars, I believe, taking a 5 seconds for speeding in pit lane.
So Cosmo's got 5 seconds. The Racing Point also 5 seconds, and Octavio's got 5 seconds as well. Trevor had 5 seconds from earlier.
Yeah, Jones. No, it's not Jones. Yeah, Jones 3 seconds, and then Trevor already 8.
Yeah, but well, we go back to what we've seen on the actual restart. Just for a quick second. Trevor really pushing it right to the line for the restart, and Shaq reacting quicker ends up losing a place to his teammate, and yeah, I don't know if they'll be happy about what happened, but it is Trevor's right to do so. He can take it right up to the line if he wants.
That's good. Yes, he is.
Oh, Jostrom's off in the S's, and he's waiting for a safe return.
No damage though.
Oh, was it the S's? Is it the S's? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
it's
is.
just because I went back to see Osmo and he was still.
Oh, and he's gone again, and now he has damage.
Oh, he's lucky not to be out with that impact. Actually, yeah, he's actually got away with very little damage in comparison. That was
he's very lucky on that impact.
He'll still have to pit, though. It's not that little. Anyway, again, looking at the Mercs, who again are basically 1 and 2, but it's switched back around. Shaq attacks.
To Eddie real
what
quick.
he got with the safety car?
Oh, Cosmo left the session again.
Oh, and he was on a fastest lap, by the way. Yeah, he might still get points, which is crazy.
Yeah.
The 3 times he's disconnected. That's Eddie getting. Oh, what an overtake! Actually, right on 130R.
That's a good one.
It just went underneath the racing point. Good racing. It didn't turn in on him either, so he must have been expecting it somehow. I don't know why you would.
Well, you think he was.
But yeah, great overtake there. I hope you got that on your end. Cosmo's back. And Jonestrom's in the pits.
Taking a 5 second.
5 second and wing change. Oh gosh. But only 12 left, so let's... It's not the same as last night, it's 12 out of 15, so it's...
So it's better today, actually.
Yes, so far anyway.
So far it is, but there's still 11 laps to go.
Yeah, and I've lost the gaps between the drivers. Oh no, is that the racing points off? At the hairpin again. The hairpin's been a killer tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
There's some damage.
Yes, the qualifying. And now in the race as well.
Yeah, you would think at this point in the race, the grip, but I guess it's been a bit difficult really for the drivers. Daddy Spirits though on Matt Johnson. It's going to be a simple DRS overtake.
That's a nice, clean one.
There we go. Oh, but okay, yeah, it's a tiny bit of lag there again, but that's okay.
Let's see if we can catch up to the Mercs now. Oh. But Matt Johnson isn't giving up.
No, but I don't think he was intending to be looking like he was having a go in the S's.
No, I don't think that's also.
What it looked like. Oh, he's going to run wide. Nope, he just manages to keep it in.
Yeah, he lifted a bit and saved it.
He knows he's got a decent haul of points. 10 right now. Yeah, and the racing point had to pit and went on to softs. After spinning at the hairpin exit.
But that seems, that seems logical. 10
laps to go, the softs can definitely do that. It's weird, it's like you want to... It's almost like this race is probably one of the only races where you actually want to avoid the mediums.
Yeah.
The soft tire's decent. The hard's the racing tire, and the medium is just like, eh. It's in the middle, and it doesn't.
Yeah, it just doesn't work if.
Yeah, it's weird, really.
Well, I believe it depends on your setup as well.
Yeah. So Shaq Attack's now falling away a bit from his teammate, out of the DRS, but Evil Master is still in there with. Still in there with Trevor.
Well, it doesn't seem that Daddy Spritz is catching up to the Mercs at the moment.
Still 5 seconds to make up though, and they're on the same strategy. You'll have to have some A big turn of speed to make up the gap.
Shack is definitely pushing it now. Closing in a lot. Losing it a bit here, but...
Just sweet update. Othea has apologised to Bruno in Discord, so I imagine that turn one incident did definitely, as we suspected, involve Othea as well as some of the other drivers that pitted as well.
Yeah.
I didn't quite see it. We kind of seen as it was happening, and then the aftermath. It seems like we got to see, but we didn't see what caused it.
No, I saw it a little bit in the background, but it was just one big pile up of cars.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me as well.
A bit as last week as well.
Yeah, I didn't need reminders, but yeah, but yeah, so still looking at the gaps that we've got here, it's really Matt Johnson and Daddy Spirits. Daddy Spirits, who was catching the top three, seems to now be falling back behind them as Shaq is now back in within the DRS of his teammates. So we continue on, but this is good for Evil Master in the championship.
It is.
Because this will give him a little bit more leeway over his teammate. That's another reason why Shaq will probably be gutted about what happened earlier, where he essentially lost.
Losing time.
Yeah, because he essentially threw away the race lead, or the race win, when he made that mistake off the restart.
Yeah, definitely. That cost him the space, the place to P1.
Yeah. Oh, Evil Master really close to Trevor. He'll have DRS, but not much. Not much ERS. Actually, Trevor's got a bit of ERS to play with, so that'll help him. The only thing is, he's got these penalties, which are very unlikely to be removed, considering one's for speeding in the pit lane, the other's for consecutive warnings. So I don't see any of those penalties being taken away.
No.
Which would actually, if I've got this right, it might drop into fourth at the moment. No, it wouldn't. Sorry.
No.
Just it would be third. And Darius Spirits continually dropping a little bit further behind.
Keeps his podium.
But podium.
Let's see how it takes him up to the standings then.
My question is, when does the team game go completely out the window and Shaq just goes for it? Will it happen?
Well, I hope it will.
Yeah, well, in a safe way, will it happen?
Of course,
because
of course.
Shaq needs to remember he is in with a chance at this championship. They might be teammates, but you can still battle with each other. And he's actually just closed right up to Evil Master as I say it. But not much ERS left.
Both the Mercedes doing a great job keeping up with, of course, P1 and then with each other as well. But we gotta compliment Trevor on keeping the cars exactly at the right place to not overtake them with DRS.
He's keeping that gap just as much as it needs to be. That's Racing Point and Infamous at the hairpin. Maybe similar to what we've seen earlier.
Yeah, it's slight spin, I guess. Well, now Evil Master losing time.
Ooh, now this. If Evil Master is outside the DRS range of the McLaren, that gives Shaq a go. But Shaq is using ERS overtake mode now. why? Don't use it now, because you're not going to get a chance to overtake. Use it on the straight, the main straight, and nothing but the main straight.
Well, they're equal on ERS at the moment. Evil Master now closing in again. But he did use quite some ERS.
Yeah, and Trevor has ERS.
Yeah, he has more than
on
enough.
The main straight. Yeah, Trevor's safe if the Mercs aren't using their ERS more effectively. Of course, the penalties aren't helping them there, but that's something that people, that drivers will learn over their time racing. Where is the most effective place to use
That's
your
a safe
ERS?
van Roos een beetje. He touched the gravel going right into the corner before the hairpin and almost sideways, but keeps it on track.
Good for him for doing that. I suspect he'd wish he didn't go sideways at all, but...
No, of course, but better that than get a DNF.
Yep, absolutely. Drifting through the hairpin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's back within ERS for Evil Master. Jack's on literally 3%. Okay, a little bit more now of ERS.
Well, Evil Master's saving it now.
I wonder if he's listening to us. I wonder if they're...
Well, he did set something in the after the qualifying, so maybe he is.
He's not got as much as Trevor though, but at least he's got more to play with. It could help him. His teammate as well has got more than what he usually has.
8 tenths behind him, and that is just enough for only DRS. It's even hard with DRS and ERS.
Yeah. Oh, here comes... No, I thought I seen someone coming up. Them coming up to lap someone, but I was wrong. I'm just getting blind there. The main good thing for Evil Master is that he stays within... another... Oh yeah, that's definite. Yeah, that definitely came together at that hairpin there.
And Infamous, both damage. Infamous struggling to get back on track, by the way.
And here comes the leaders. Is it cleared before they get there or not? Just quite, yeah, they're both gone, and it's...
Well, this is going to be interesting.
The Racing Point actually has clearly let Infamous back through, so maybe seen it as his fault, because Infamous was definitely struggling. Actually, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Diving out the way. Just after I thought I seen someone was going to get going to get lapped, then it actually happens because of an incident. Infamous really making Trevor have to actually overtake him in the hairpin there, but there we go, Infamous.
It cost Evil Master a lot of time.
How did Evil Master lose so much time actually?
Well, he lost up to a second before the chicane.
I wonder if Evil Master...
Then inside the chicane.
The only person that we can... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, inside the chicane, I believe it was Infamous who needed to slow down, of course. No front wing left, so...
Ah, right, okay, so... that makes sense. So what was helping Evil Master stay ahead of his teammate was the DRS he was getting off of Trevor. Yeah, but now he's not got that. So this can make a big difference to not just who wins this race, but the championship overall if Shaq can get past his teammate. And he really there shouldn't be any niceties in this. He knows what happened, but he should be wanting to take full advantage. Like I said earlier, it might be his teammate, but they're both in this fight for the championship.
It might be Evil Master's fuel as well, as I do see some yellow fuel pumps popping up sometimes.
He was in lean mix then now, as that seems pretty clear actually, as Shaq just closes and closes in. I think we might be in see an overtake between the two Mercedes drivers.
5 tenths should be
Jack
enough.
can get a good exit. But Evil Master gets a better exit. How close is this going to be? It's not going to be close enough in turn one.
Definitely not.
Oh, this is the only, well, not the only track, a battling track, but it's the one that we have to watch. It's, you ever heard of the duel in the desert? Well, this one's a duel around the Pacific in Japan. Hey.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good one. That's clean. That's clean.
Anyway, let's get away from the multi-rapsy horrendous jokes. Period of this with 3 laps to go.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how much Trevor can take based on time.
Well, unfortunately for Trevor, it's 8 seconds of penalties, so he still drops behind these two.
Yeah.
This is the battle for the race win. At the moment,
He only needs 5 seconds to check attack though.
he
That's a
needs 8,
moment.
doesn't he?
Yeah, he has 8 seconds of penalties, and if he takes 5 seconds ahead,
Oh, yes, yeah.
he should be taking P2, but I don't see it happening in only 3 laps.
No, unless something horrible happens between the two Mercedes drivers. Let's see. Okay, that's a better exit this time for Shaq, but is he close enough? He's gaining, but the straight's just not long enough. If I was Shaq, and if I was Evil Master, right now I'd be saving that the ERS, except from on that main straight.
Yeah, just through the whole lap.
There was yellow flags, I think it was Cosmo. But I don't want to take my eye off of this, because it's still less than a second, less than half a second even at this point. Shaq seems more comfortable, really, chasing his
more
teammate.
Relaxed, not taking any risk, and
yeah, doesn't need to. He just needs to make sure he's close enough when it comes to the best overtaking spot, which is arguably turn 1. I say arguably because it's still difficult. It's either that or the hairpin. It's these exits that he needs to work on. Oh,
it's Eddie.
It's Eddie. He's got a big gap behind though. And he as well just keep.
So if Shaq keeps it like this, it should be enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the exit out of this. Right, here we go. Overtake. DRS. It's here we go. This is the chance.
It's gonna be close enough.
Come on, not enough.
Just not enough.
He didn't. He's not saved enough ERS throughout the race, and that is what's going to cost him the
but Evil
win.
Master is definitely on lead now.
Yeah. Will Evil Master run out of fuel before the end? That would be horrific.
So
he
pushed way too much to keep up with Trevor.
They've both got red fuel tanks now.
Trevor also, but
Trevor's got a 3.5 second lead now. But
yeah, he loses it, of course. But
does Shaq take a risk somewhere? He's using overtake now, so he wants to have a go into Spoon. He's got close, but again not close. He think broke him, but no. 130R maybe? That would be some crazy overtaking. He's not close enough though. And then after that, it's the McLaren the McLaren crash site from the 80s, but I don't think it'll be the Mercedes crash site from C6. Hold on.
No, he backed out.
He backed off. He backed off and let Evil Master take that.
Based on teammates, it's well deserved, but I would have loved to see that last moment.
I would have passed him.
It's championship standings. Come on. But yeah, there we have
Exactly.
it.
No way would I be backing out there. He had his teammate on a silver platter and he backed out of niceties. That's up to him, of course, but they
Of course.
already had the constructors. They were coming through the final bend. They had the 1-2 finish.
Starting with a 1-3.
Yeah.
So
What a race
that's
though
it.
from the Mercedes and Trevor as well. Just been caught out with penalties with
Yeah,
Trevor.
most of the action was definitely be up front the whole race.
Yeah,
The safety car
absolutely.
made it quite special as well, but
Yeah. I just wish Shaq didn't, and he quite clearly backed out of it. That's
yeah,
the
definitely.
thing.
Just stepped out of the gas and let
Let
Eva
his
to take it.
teammate keep it. Yeah. They had and just to make this clear, everyone, Mercedes have won the Constructors' Championship in C6.
Yeah, they did.
With this good time to do it with a 1-2 finish.
That's a big congrats to them. And we have the driver today is Goo, who actually DNF'd, I believe, in qualifying.
Yeah, so not having a good qualifying, but manages to get the points for the race. I imagine that we're going to get told that he didn't back out, but I think it's quite clear.
In my opinion, it was quite clear, yeah. It just stepped on the gas.
Yeah,
which is good sportsmanship, but yeah.
Yeah, no, good sportsmanship, of course, but like I said it way earlier. The championship's on the line, I can still win it. It's not like anybody would have been at risk either, but oh well, they decide to play it that way.
Yeah.
We decide
there we have it.
to
The
2 more
results.
races.
Yeah, next week everyone's gonna be at Brazil except for C6, who are gonna redo their race at Monza due to some server issues. Today we're gonna end here with the 2 Mercedes on podium and taking the constructors, and a good fight from Trevor in the McLaren taking P3. Dennis Brits also got quite a good race as well. And that's it for today at Category 6. I want to thank you all for watching. Multi, thanks for joining me in the comms.
Not a problem. An excellent race once again.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll see you next week again at Monza. Have a good evening, everybody.